everyone, welcome to Dyson Dynamics. We are probably the fifth best thing under Baldur's Gate 3, which released a few days ago, and it's a really astounding game. If you like Baldur's Gate 3, you'll love our stream. Please watch our stream.
That is that
Please.
that is true, and given the fact that we play in a persistent campaign world in the Forgotten Realm set around the time of 1492 DR, it's actually fairly possible that after the events of this campaign, characters featured in Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3, just released now on PC, could be featured in the future of this stream at some juncture.
Maybe they
Um,
will. Maybe they won't.
Maybe they will. Fuck
Uh,
off.
right. So with that, with that excellent tie-in, totally overriding the bit that I was going to do on this stream being brought to you by people who cater 30th birthday parties. Um, we
Wow.
we pick back up with our heroes as they are in transit, or at least most of them. The crew was sent by Mordenkainen, the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok, through time and space back to a time and place in a pocket dimension in the Shadowfell. That pocket dimension was Barovia, and one of the group members' home, or at least that was his understanding. And after bumping into some of his family members, extended and otherwise, the party eventually met with their task of um, entering Castle Ravenloft, going to the catacombs, and fishing out a piece of Mordenkainen's Orderer, or Systemizer, or many of the various other names that he called it when he first motioned to it in the Tower of and after being teleported back through time and space without Olin, choosing to stay behind in Barovia, perhaps to um, catch up timeline wise with you all in the future. Um, the Tower of is suddenly where you find yourself. But before we get to that, Jeremina, what have you been up to?
Spiraling like a fucking staircase. Are a slinky toy down a spiral staircase. She is oscillating. Jeremina, never one to be idle, or like, she's always doing something, she just has to be. I think she revamped the war machine the party has, like adding to the upholstery, adding to the design and work of the place. I think she is like sketching out a mural to paint on the broadside. I think the mast has been like decorated. Um and a lot of messing with the personal lives of everybody she can talk to. When she isn't working on the war machine, I think she's been spending her time wailing, a lot of wailing, just straight up like banshee call wailing, and trying to get Mordenkainen to not have a good relationship with anybody in his life. Spreading rumors, telling lies, trying to get into the Lady of Bramble's pants. She's, I mean, if it's sentient, if it can talk, if it can understand her, she's trying to cause personal problems. Which, thankfully, I think has led to people not wanting to be around her, giving her more time to work on the war machine.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of outfits. I think she's designed some new clothes. It hasn't been great for anybody but her.
All right. Um, as for the rest of you, you are you reappear in the base of the Tower of Erm. The first thing you notice is that your vision is flooded with colors. Colors that were not often seen or were in very muted tones in Barovia, all of a sudden sort of come to life and assail your eyes as you sort of blink that off and take stock of the Tower of Erm. The first thing that you notice is that it is less clean than when you all departed. It is clear that some time has elapsed, and you see not you see Modrons sort of cleaning up some of the mess, but then some of the other things they look less like mess and more
Hi,
like
Chaos.
perhaps
Thank you so
like
follow. I
weird magic
appreciate you.
tokens,
Gothic
things
Cowboy,
like
thank you
that,
so much
sort
for
of
the
hanging
follow. I
off of
appreciate you as
various
well. Hope you guys
sensitive
are having a
looking
good night. Love you
equipment,
guys. Thank you.
door frames, things like that. It's clear that something is definitely a lot different than when you departed. Jeremina, you would hear, and this would be distinct and different to you, a very audible sort of crack of energy and a sort of almost ring like um, force come off of the order as the party is deposited in the middle of the Tower of Erm. As long as you are inside the Tower of Erm or just outside it within 100 yards, you would likely experience this effect.
Girls?
My eyes!
Oh my fucking god!
Oh
Oh,
god, it's so bright here. Oh my god.
Oh, sweethearts! Oh my
I
gosh, look at y'all! You're so covered in grime
oh, they
and
don't call it the fires of hell for nothing, do they?
crypt
no.
dust. Oh
Oh my
my
Oh,
god.
god, come here, come here.
Why is
Oh,
it
I
so
miss
hard to
you.
breathe?
Oh,
oh,
Marty,
I
Chiffon, Rhea.
I can feel the water leaving my body every time I breathe. Oh,
I forgot how nice it is to be in humidity.
Come here, you three. Oh,
it's a
come
dry.
here, give me
Oh,
kisses.
free.
Hi, Jeremina. Oh, you're very hot. You're,
Owen's
we'll
not
just
Oh,
here.
say
you're
temperature-wise.
so forward.
Temperature-wise. And is that a new outfit?
Owen's not here.
Yeah, I have eyes. I have eyes that
Good.
detect Olin, and I can see that Olin is not here.
Oh, he did want to give you this.
Is
And
it
she
his
takes out
hat?
the little canteen and hands it over to her.
Oh, that's great.
He's not dead, by the way.
I
Probably.
know.
He said to keep it for a later date. I forgot the exact phrasing he used.
He
As soon as I saw the bright light, everything left my brain.
Is
It was
it
like
who?
something like
No,
it
I
was.
think I think he said that that
He'd want to be with his mother,
and the spirit was strong, right?
something like that. Yeah, like he was making active communication with him.
Yeah.
Well, who's Olin? My Olin or the other Olin?
You're all in.
Mm,
They're the same old. Okay, what do you mean by other Olin?
well, did he get his memories back?
Yes.
Okay, that's a different Olin.
Yeah. No, that's still your Olin, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, he still
I-
remembers everything.
He still
I-
he
hasn't
still
really
remembers
changed.
everything and who he was then.
uh,
Oh, uh, he has a wife and kid. Which is
You
why
know,
he's
whatever
so behind.
helps you cope with the death and loss of Olin in your mind, I'm not going to mess with that. But he did decide to stay back, so.
And he'll be trying to meet up with us in Baldur's Gate once we
At
get back
some
there.
point, supposedly.
Mhm. Yeah, it was like 6 months in the past or something like that, so he should be there theoretically already.
Can you imagine trying not to run into yourself in Baldur's Gate with as crowded as Baldur's Gate is?
Yeah. Well, I
You know
mean,
he's
it probably
underground
makes it
somewhere.
easier.
Well, if he's retained his memories, he'll probably just go and hang out in Little Kalimshan, except for the few times you all went there. And then he never has to risk it.
Okay.
At this point, you will see the Modrons are continuing their senseless tidying. They don't appear to be making much progress, and I think that's because there aren't trash cans in here. So they will just pick up things and sort of move them to where they think is a better location and drop it. But that sort of monotony is shattered by a again in a flowing gray cloak with sort of the map of the stars, and underneath you can see what looks essentially like pajamas. Um, just sort of Mordenkainen pokes his head into the room. He looks very tired, very worn out, as though his patience has been tried. And he'll say, "You're back.
Yeah, we got our thing.
You have it. Yes."
Yes, Marty will pull it out.
He will step into the room with a little more authority now, certainly putting on some form of airs, and he will take it.
Before Marty lets go of it, she'll say, "Why don't you have trash cans?"
Oh,
I threw up in a bunch of them.
that and he'll motion his arm at something that it is a sort of star sort of woven together with twine with some sort of small rodent skull on it. He'll like look at it and then like and then we'll find what looks to be like a dirty plate with like some silverware on it, and he'll just like poof it out of existence. See, that's why.
But it's basic worker safety. You have to have a place to dispose of hazardous materials. Like, you can't just expect these Modron to like just wander around like with fucking sharp objects just on the ground.
He thinks insofar as Modrons go, they might not be as susceptible to being stabbed as we are.
And
Thing
it's all
is, the
an importance. What they
repetitive.
You know, speak of the trash cans amongst yourself, and he'll sort of start grabbing the piece as close to him as he can, whether you're letting it go or not.
Marty will let go. You're lucky there isn't Fantasy Ocean in hell.
See, the thing is, the Motrons being able to do that kind of repetitive motion helps. Because we did. So I brought in trash. Did you know they do delivery from that big city?
They do
Bronze
delivery?
Citadel?
Yeah, they do delivery. So I got a bunch of stuff delivered, and some of it was trash cans. And I mean, the Lady of the Brambles appropriated some of it. She loves arts and crafts. Anyways, but the Modrons work really quickly, and then if they don't have anything to do, I start giving them stuff to do. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what I told them to do, and I think a bunch of them got lost.
That'll be one of the side campaigns during the time skip.
Did
I mean, we
you?
have technically been going around collecting Modrons.
I did.
True.
I really like. They kept talking about the Great Order, and I was like, I'm the Great Order with how much shit I'm buying off this magazine. It doesn't matter.
Just
Call me
ordering
the
stuff
Great
from
Order the way I'm looking through these catalogs.
Bell's Forge Prime. directly to the Tower of Erm.
God. Wait, how long has it been?
I mean, basically like a month, a week.
That's a
I
pretty
was,
big
oh,
difference.
yeah, I was
It's
I
been a
was
week.
worried it was going to be 1 week
It's been a week.
since we looked at you.
It's been.
It's been.
At this point, Morton Kanan has placed a goggle-like contraption on his head and is sort of zoomed in on this piece of the order that you've brought back. But he does confirm that it has been a week.
It's not honestly as bad as I thought it would be. We were there
Um,
for what, 2 days?
It felt like no. Yeah, 2 days.
Real quick, where's CV-3?
Oh, right there.
Oh, okay. Oh god, there's my wife. Okay. I need EV-3 for a few things. I'm just gonna Jeremy to take CV-3's hand.
Marty will not suffer.
Okay. Also, I'm so sorry about what I did to the war machine, and she's gone. She hoofs it out.
What did
What did you do?
This is why she took UB3 so that I couldn't follow her.
Jesus.
Fuck.
I
Well,
mean, kind of scared to go through.
I'm sure it's fine.
All right.
Should-
At this point, the face of Leighton Arkwright, the bookkeeper here, with sort of his red magma eyes and grayish skin, will poke his head in and will say, "Is she gone?"
Jeremina, yes.
Oh, okay. Sir, sir, we're just wanted to let you know that we're beginning to run low on platinum, raw, not monetary, obviously. I know. Leave me some time with the art, and he'll sort of wave his hands over it. Oh, sure, I can come back, and he'll drum his fingers along it, and will say, I think it's a spherical stabilizer, which is interesting. And he will pick it up and hand it to a Modron, and will say, "Bring it up to the construction plant." And the Modron will like struggle with its little wings in this sort of heavy-ish piece, and begin going up to the platforms surrounding the large orb floating at the top of the tower.
Siobhan's gonna lean down to Marty and be like, why is his nerd shit less interesting than your nerd shit?
He's weirder about it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Well,
Want to see what happens?
I guess. Does anything happen immediately upon putting it into place?
So it gets flown up there, and it sort of disappears to you, and then you hear a squeak, 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 and it is not the machine or any sort of reaction to the piece being added in, or anything like that. It is instead Warden Kanan, in his fancy robe and pajamas, dragging over a chalkboard, as he seems to be about to give a lecture.
Chunk and clonk! I'll be right back.
And at this point, he draws a big circle, and he's like, "This is the planar wheel." And as you can see,
We've been over this one before.
but it gets more minute, and
Marty is already gone.
he'll
She's
draw-
already gone in search of Chunka and Clonk.
Okay.
This is all Shirsha. Not Shirsha, Siobhan.
I think
My
Jeremina
Irish
reappears
monks.
and she goes, "Oh, I heard the chalkboard. You're giving another lecture, Professor?
Yes. If
Anything I can do for extra
We're
credit?"
calling him. Oh
No.
no!
uh,
Oh,
Yes.
we're not here anymore.
guess for me. Guess for me what a spherical stabilizer will do for our order.
Wait. Is the order that thing?
Yes.
Okay. So if it's a planar wheel,
Yes.
a sphere is kind of like it's a circle, but it's like like it's big. It's got layers. So I
feel
guess
my
a
brain not turn
spherical
my ears.
stabilizer would make it so that we aren't like guessing. Maybe like it's all like it makes it not guess.
You're close.
A spherical stabilizer would make it easier to travel through because it stabilizes where the planes are in relation to us.
Yes. Look at the chart, and he'll just draw a bunch of circles inside of his big circle, and he'll say, "These are the upper planes. These are the lower planes." And as you can see, they're also spheres. They're also spheres. It is spheres within spheres. Now, imagine for a moment you are inside. I'll use a recent example. The Shadowfell. You were in a sphere, but you were in a sphere that was the sphere that is the Shadowfell. There's a separate sphere inside of the sphere that is the Shadowfell, that is Barovia. And then inside of Barovia, there are separate spheres. Those spheres can be places, they can be people, they can be moments in time. With a stabilizer, we should be able to place ourselves in betwixt all of the spheres that should be there and allow ourselves to slip through time. It will allow us to go other, perhaps more recent or more local places. At which point, you hear like the dial tone noise as he just stares off into the top of the tower.
Saoirse. Siobhan.
What?
Siobhan, hey honey, do you wanna we gotta go. We gotta you
Where are we
can
going?
go. Run for your life.
Oh shit!
He's dialing. Go. Take Rhea with you. Don't look back.
I'm going.
Siobhan grabs Rhea by the wrist and runs out with her.
Okay, fair enough.
Jeremy's there. Attentive. Alone
Okay.
with him.
I would like to emphasize that once he snaps out of that dial tone noise, you are going to hear the word sphere within a sphere a lot.
Perception.
And he's going to get down to the point where he's talking about how like atoms and neutrons are also spheres, and those spheres are part of this. And he's really enthused about just round things, it would seem.
Oh damn, he'll really like Jeremina then.
Yeah, Jeremy's got plenty of round things on her that he can be fascinated by.
Jeremina doesn't go for the obvious bait.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. For those that squirreled their way out of the Tower of and out to see Chukka and Clonk, they are in the wrecked fortress that the Tower of has landed inside. Amidst the scrap and junk, you see the war machine that you are all familiar with there. They appear to be tinkering on the single rider walking war machine that had been wrecked on you guys' deck prior to you slipping back in time. They are having a heated debate about what looks like an elbow joint. And by heated debate, I mean they're making various tool sounds at each other with their mouths.
Getting intense.
Yeah. You could say it's tool time. Is that a dated reference? I think that's a dated reference.
That's
very dated
yeah.
reference. Never mind.
very, very dated.
I got you.
Marty will approach and say, "Hey!
Hi.
I see you guys have found the new toy."
Clang, 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 clang.
Yeah, that's accurate. Okay. Real talk. If I go inside the big war machine, how much has Jeremina done in there?
Clonk will sort of stick like hands on the hips and will say, like open his mouth, and you'll hear come from inside, "Oh," in Jeremy's voice, "Oh, Lady of the Brambles, I need more colors. I know you were hoarding the craft supplies." And leave it at that.
Oh no.
It
Oh,
needs more
God.
colors. I know you're hoarding the craft supplies.
Oh no. Okay. Well, that's great for us. That okay.
Oh, additionally, Clonk will reach into their pocket and will pull out a tiny slip of paper and will extend it towards you. The paper itself, you can see, it looks much like the paper that Leighton has on their various clipboards, which is kind of like grayish. It's likely like repellent to like simmer, like magically repellent, or has some sort of coating that stops it from instantly burning to flames.
Makes
um,
sense.
and will extend it to you.
Thanks. Marty will go ahead and open it.
No problem, kid. Okay. What you see on this paper is a string of numbers.
Hmm.
And-
Again? Fucking A, Jason.
They were listening to the radio for us.
And
Never.
the string of numbers says 46, 69, 65, 6C, 64, 73, 20, 6F, 6620.
Can we get that down somewhere?
Yeah,
So you read that
I'll
very quickly.
yep, I'll copy.
I
this.
already copied it. I wrote it down.
Here,
Goddamn, Mars.
I'll pop it in here. You would know that it is 2 additional sets of numbers on top of the ones that you had all already transcribed.
Yeah, so 6620.
Yep.
Oh. Olin had been helping me with that. I'll have to.
Oh, you posted. Thank you.
I'll have to look through my notes, which Olin helped me with, and so I will read them in Olin's voice once he figures out what they say.
It'll be in your head. You'll hear him say it in your head.
Exactly.
Give me one second.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, we've been trying to keep track of this thing the entire time. It was just like the weirdest thing. Like Olin and I like eventually figured it out. Mainly Olin. Like it was like I guess some codes that he recognized. But it's interesting where it's been going. But anyways, not important. I had some questions about the war machine. The big one, not Chopper.
Give you a thumbs up.
So what is there we can do in terms of upgrades?
It is at that point that one of them will just say, Leighton, Leighton,
Leighton?
Leighton,
Alright.
Leighton.
Leighton. Gotcha.
And then the other one will just open their mouth, and the sound of jingling coins will occur. And then say jingling coins, and then just the word man.
I tagged you, Sam.
Thank you. Oh, it's
easier.
fields of something.
Yeah, the 2 zeros. The 2 0 is a space. Literally That's why I did
Okay.
it that way.
It's field. Okay. Okay. Hold it. Sorry, I just realized it's be like fields of something. So we basically got like fields. We got an F in a space. That's all we got. I'll take it. So. All right. Talk to Leighton. It's probably gonna cost me some money.
They'll sort of like shrug their shoulders, and then like will take the arm that they're one of them is holding, and then like tap it on some scrap metal next to this war machine, and then we'll point at it. Tap tap.
Oh, like we need to. Like we have the scrap for it. Basically, we just have to sort of put it together. Maybe.
They'll make like a waffling motion.
Okay. We'll discuss more later. Also, I think that's a knee you're holding.
Ah! And they will go back to arguing in tool noises.
Cool. Marty will run off to go find Leighton.
Okay. Siobhan, what are you and Rhea doing?
Siobhan is going to cut towards the war machine. To investigate exactly what hell hath been wrought upon it.
Okay, fair enough. You will find the lower boarding doors that you're very familiar with open. Rhea is going to say, "I'm going to go up top and see. Just take a look over the wall. It doesn't seem like anybody's keeping watch. Get that we have an archmage, but it just seems a little unwise."
It seems like this is something akin to like generally a neutral area. I feel like if someone were coming, you'd be able to hear it.
Echo off the walls, cavern, and maybe the fortress. I don't know.
Or maybe he's just got some words somewhere, and Siobhan's gonna hop in. And what exactly has happened to the war machine?
One, the boarding area now has like a key holder and tables to hold like tchotchkes when you enter. I think that like Jeremina has made a small platform for drainage. So like instead of like a mat that you wipe your shoes off, you stand on a very like tiny platform that you can just kind of shake blood off onto. So much fucking purple. I think like the walls have straight up been painted. I think mostly it's like obviously freehand floral designs. I think a lot of it is clearly unfinished, like she had just sketched it out or was applying the like rough first coat, just the blotching out the colors. I think there's like in front of Olin's bedroom door, there's like exactly 1 centimeter of where she had been doing carpet, and I think pretty clearly by hand. Like there's just a lot of very like small projects like that. The upholstery has been redone. I think the kitchen common area is like a lot more homely. And I think the one thing of note is that the area by the kitchen, like the common area where like the dinner quote unquote is there's like a half finished mural, and it's Olin, it's Marty's mom, but looking, I think, a lot more like Marty than what Martha Turnig actually looks like clearly just from Jeremina's memory. And I think there's rough blocking for some other faces. And I mean, Silkez is there. I think I think the most like finished portrait in the mural is of the most beautiful drow person you've ever seen. Jeremina made him more beautiful. Also, the
I-
mast is painted.
Colors? What colors?
I mean, it's purple and gold.
It looks like a crown royale threw up on this place.
Hi, Siobhan. How's it going?
Holy shit! Oh my god, Lulu, you can't. I know
No,
you're
so-
flawed.
Yeah, no, I've been getting a little bit better at hiding too. The vibes have been off.
The vibes have been off?
The vibes have been off.
How so?
Oh, just everybody seems like, I don't know, stressed out.
Yeah, that would put the vibes off, Lulu. I'm sorry.
It's
You're like a
okay.
sponge.
Yeah.
Has anything been done to Lulu?
Yes, she has an outfit.
Oh my god.
I think
see.
she's got on a beautiful little vest and bow tie that matches EV-3's new outfit. I do think EV-3 is modeling on the top deck for Jeremina, who's like in front of a canvas and painting it. And it's just like a cute little like like almost like a tuxedo vest situation. I think the colors are very plain but complementary. Um, thank you.
Okay.
I see, even though you tried to hide, she got to you too.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. Right? Is it?
Is it comfy at least?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Nice. Give me just a moment, and Siobhan's gonna climb up to the deck. Be like, so it's just about as you'd expect.
Say that again.
The inside looks just about as you'd expect.
That's about what I was expecting.
I have not looked in our room yet, and I'm kind of scared too. Would you like to come down with me?
Sure. See what damage was wrought.
What?
See what damage was wrought.
See what damage was wrong.
Yeah, see what damage was wrought.
Investigations are made. What
Right.
does their room look like?
I mean, the rooms have been untouched. I think that just outside of the bedroom doors, Jeremina poorly installed shelves, like just very small shelves. And I think I think the shelf outside of Rhea and Siobhan's room has two like folded outfits on it. And I do think there is a note on the door that says, "I didn't go into your rooms. I'm a monster, not an animal." Written like exactly like that.
Siobhan will look over the outfits that have been laid out. Is it quite obvious who they're for based on colors?
Based on colors and also size.
Mhm.
Like Rhea is like a big girl. Like she's got meat. But yeah, I think Siobhan's I think the outfits are I would have to give it some thought over, but I think Siobhan's is like a very simple, like off-white, long, breezy shirt with a lot of like laces and ties to accommodate for like differences in heat. Like she's able to pull up her sleeves and bunch it up without losing the fancifulness of it.
Mhm.
A black vest with like bright red embroidery and kind of slim fitted pants to match. Um, and I think Rhea's in like the equivalent, like I think it's just kind of like arming gear, nothing very fancy about it. Jeremina made it with the assumption that armor or Gambison was going to be covering it.
Mhm.
Uh, but I think it's in like complementary colors too. I think it's like a lot of like rich browns and golds.
All right.
I've never been
It,
on the receiving end of an outfit, but these are pretty nice.
neither. At least she realized that something closer to arming wear was really more something to go with, as opposed to, and she'll motion over at Lulu. It is at this point that everyone, if you are within 100 yards radius of the Tower of hears just a foghorn like sound. Um, and depending on where you are, who you are near, um, Jeremina, you would probably know, having just been around for a week, whether it is you read your in-flight Tower of emergency card, or if you received instruction from someone. Either way, you would know that this is a alert, that there's something or someone outside of the perimeter of the tower to look at or keep an eye on.
Jeremina comes fluttering out of the tower. I mean, she is like literally flying, and she's like, "Ah, Marty, Martha, Marty, honey, hey
Yeah.
baby. Okay, we all need to group up together. I gotta go get Siobhan and her little buddy. I gotta go get Rhea, and then someone's outside."
Um, so as you round up and are heading out to where Siobhan and Ray are located at the War Machine, the first thing that you see is Chukka and Clonk running like full tilt towards the tower, and between them, they are holding what effectively looks like a javelin, though maybe a little bit longer. Sort of like if you've ever seen like the length of a like a pool cleaning net. It's quite long. And then on one side of it, there just looks like there is a sort of cylindrical, almost like buoy. It's kind of got those rounded corners, just like speared onto it, and with a little bit of the javelin tip showing. They're running. They do seem like they're providing some hustle, but they both have their mouths open and they are cackling maniacally, with like excitement, it seems. And when you sort of run up into them, they'll continue cackling like and extend the javelin towards you.
I'm not allowed to hold it.
Siobhan would have run up to the deck of the warship to keep an eye out for the little.
Make a perception check.
Oh, fuck. Shit, where are the rolls? Dice box. 25.
Damn.
All right. With a 25, as the foghorn ceases and you sort of look out into the Avernian wastes, you're able to see likely what this alert was about. You first spot it based on the sort of trail of red dust that's being sort of warbled and washed by the heat from the surface of Avernus. And what you see is a fairly flat and low war machine, probably pretty small. Maybe would fit like a crew of 5 with no living space. Seems to be a purpose-built, mission-only type of war machine, and you see 2 large, sort of jutting bits of metal sort of coming off the front, almost as though a warthog would have tusks. And it is traveling at quite a speed.
Towards
Like that.
us or just like across?
Just sort of across. But you see it kind of, as it's going across, you see it sort of take like a hard bank and sort of like almost begin snaking a little closer. It looks like it's kind of like strafing, but not really getting too much closer, or if it is getting any closer, it's getting closer by like the width of the war machine each time. It's a very tight turn.
Javon's gonna turn and see if
Okay.
anybody is like running towards like the war machine where Jeremina and Marty are in relation.
They appear to be hemmed up by Chukka and Clonk, offering them some sort of strange tube.
Ah, shite. Would they hear if she shouted?
Oh, for sure.
Guys, there's something on the horizon. It looks like a war machine. Seems to be racing towards us.
Have you guys dealt with this since we were here?
I haven't. We've done some test foghorns, but nobody's really been bothering us. You know what? Evie's back on the boat. Do you mind if I just pick you up, baby?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you want to fly?
I'm fine with that.
Chukka
You
and
don't have enough.
Clonk.
Yeah. I'm taking the lance.
Here, I'll take it. Thank you.
You guys told me I wasn't allowed to have it. Fuck, guys. Jeremina will just swoop Marty up and kind of bounce her once. And I think Jeremina has this just absolutely wide, dimpled smile. And I think, like, up close, it's obvious she's been crying. Her eyes are swollen underneath. And I think there's, like, there's still some tears cut up in there. And she'll say, I've really missed you guys.
Marina, I missed you too.
She'll flare out her wings and kick off the ground. And lift up to get a view.
Okay.
This is fine. I was correct about the height being okay.
Fair enough. You do so, and you're able to see the same sight. That sort of a flat, wide vehicle, probably a crew of about 5, with sort of those tusks coming off the front, strafing back and forth, off in the distance, probably 600-ish feet or so. Which, with the speed that a war machine travels, if it were to turn and come at the tower, it would be here with some quickness, but that doesn't seem to be what it's doing.
Jeremina will deposit Marty on the top deck.
Deposited.
Well, I think it wants to talk to us, right? Am I being optimistic by assuming it's trying to get our attention?
How would you say it's trying to get our attention?
Well, it's walking back and forth. That's what I did that's kind of what, it's like a cat in heat, right? Like, just walking back and forth.
Yeah, like, if it was trying to attack us, it would be coming straight for us, as opposed to just sort of...
Yeah, it's like a dance. I've definitely done this before.
So do you want to go talk to them?
Well, obviously, I haven't talked to another person except the people in here for a week.
That's fair. Do you want to ride out there? On the war machine?
It would be nice to take the little girl out for a spin.
Yeah,
I
that'd
don't
be
know if you
nice.
guys saw the back of the vehicle, but I drew like little speed lines on her, so she looks like she's moving faster.
Oh, that's fun.
That's adorable.
That's actually quite fun. I will take a tour once we've dealt with this. And Marty will go ahead and disappear downstairs to start the engine. And
Okay.
as she goes, there's a oh my god, it's fine, it's fine, very purple.
Who's the lady that looks like you in the drow?
Oh, that what? There's some more clanging, very quick clanging as Marty walks to the kitchen area, and then back and says, "That's my mom and Silka's."
Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
see.
Jeremina, it looks very nice. And then there's a as the war machine starts up.
Okay. Fair enough. The war machine roars to life as Marty engages the engine, and it sort of puts and sputters a bit is part of that process, given the fact that she's been sitting a
Just been
while.
a second.
Uh, but other than that, you are all ready to roll towards this seemingly strafing, flat-ish vehicle.
All right. Marty will go ahead and climb back up to the top of the war machine, panting slightly. And she will take her place at the helm and will start driving forward.
Okay. It will. The war machine has to get up to speed, but once it is up to speed, you will be upon this vehicle quite soon. So, as the war machine is getting up to speed, is there anything anybody wants to do as you begin to sort of push out beyond the wall, or what's left of the wall that surrounds the Tower of Her?
I can't think of anything other than like preparing for a fight.
Okay.
Jermina is going to take flight. Um, this time, like, kind of climbing up the mast and then kicking off of it to kind of give herself that burst. Um, and she's going to fly pretty high above the war machine, but not like air. She's there. She's trying to maintain a good aerial view of
Sure.
the situation, make sure there's no buddies coming in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check with your new aerial view.
That is going to be a 15.
A 15. So as you get up, now able to sort of observe the top down on this war machine as you all are sort of riding up to it, whether you're sort of riding the warm updraft off the front of the war machine as it breaks. You look downwards and you see this sort of wide, flat shape, given you're from Lanton and therefore are privy to all types of sea iconography. This would look very similar to almost like a stingray to you, with tusks coming off the front. However, what you could not see from the area behind you in the Tower of is that there is sort of a central little dome sitting in the midst of this large stingray-shaped vehicle, and it appears to have some sort of glass panel to it. And it is consistently articulated to ensure that it is pointed at the Tower of
out of character, you know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
You know what drow motherfucker we know has a stingray vehicle?
Oh,
Ah.
Goddamn ex-husband. Or no, it's my goddamn baby daddy. I think Jeremina will tuck in her wings and just like dead man's drop until the last second, flare them out. I still think she hits the top deck heavy. And it takes her a second to collect herself, but she'll shoot up to her feet and she'll say, there's like a stingray with like a tumor looking thing on its head, like a gyroscope looking thing, like it's like there's like a dome that's pointed towards us, like at the tower. So I mean they're definitely looking for us.
We
So
should deal with
something
that.
is stopping it from coming closer.
Maybe.
What?
Something is stopping it from coming closer.
Or trying to take a scout, like a survey.
Yeah, I think they're just like looking at us. I don't know. I feel like scouts are hidey, right? Like sneaky.
No, this one's quite obvious.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I mean, I think they want a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or they're not worried about who's ever on this and what happens to them.
Either way, do
but-
you want to get closer?
I mean, I think that's probably better than letting them potentially blow up the tower, if that's what that thing does.
Alright, let's get closer.
Okay. You all do that. You drive closer and closer, and the more close you get, you can see the vehicle beginning to take sort of more different maneuvers. Instead of the more refined back and forth, it is now switched to like sort of like an S shape and back S shape. It seems like they're a bit spooked, but don't appear to be changing their course of action.
What the fuck is this guy up to?
Right, that's what I'm asking.
As it like worms its way by you once, you hear a banging, clang, 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 from the inside of the war machine as it goes by.
Oh my god, is someone in trouble in there?
Is someone trapped in there?
Maybe.
Well, you want me to drop down and see?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright.
I'll have. No, guiding bolt's a second level spell. I'll have something ready.
Alright, honey. Jeremina will skip forward and then just launch herself over the railing, not flaring her wings out, she just jumps over the edge. But she'll flare her wings out, catch air, and I think she just lands on the dome of the ship.
Okay. You sort of come down and are able to land. This thing is very wide, very, very flat. You can kind of almost see where the metal is articulated for the crew to sit in like the wings. And then on those little bumps, you note that there are little hatches. But then you notice something strange. The fastener or the locking mechanism for these hatches is on your side.
Interesting.
And you hear that clanging again. Clang, clang, clang.
Jeremina will look up past thaumaturgy to project her voice, and she'll say, "Hey, if you're locking something in, which side of the lock faces you?"
Like your side?
Yeah,
You are the one doing the locking.
yeah. Okay.
So if you wanted to lock or unlock the thing, you would want it to be outside.
So if something was being trapped or kept, well, okay, I don't know if something's being trapped in here. I think something's being imprisoned in here.
Yeah, and so you wouldn't want them to get to the lock, so it would be facing you.
Okay. Can I open it?
Um,
She recasts it.
Do you want her to open it?
I don't fucking know.
Clang,
Sure.
clang.
Yes, they're
Yeah!
going to burn up in there. Yeah.
She opens it. I mean, they say, and she's like throwing open the mechanism. She'll pry it apart, break it if she has to.
Okay. Sure thing. Go ahead and make a athletics check, and I'll give you advantage as you have no regard for the systems involved here.
Booyah.
All right. What'd you get?
19.
19. So you're able to sort of spin these large, like wing nuts off of these bolts that eventually, when the wing nut gets loose enough, just the weight of it sort of knocks it open. And upon getting the second one open, you hear that clang again, and this time you sort of see the lid sort of pop up slightly. But so it seems as though the hatch is open. And are you going to open it up?
I think she'll look back at the others questioningly.
All right.
Drugs from Marty.
She
Right.
opens.
All right. Looking up from below you, now that the hatch is open, you see blinking eyes, very similar to what you saw in your friends just before upon their arrival back. Except, unlike your friends, this person has a boar's head for a face, and will instantly sort of make grunting and squealing sounds at you and lunge for your legs in an attempt to grapple you. So go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Okay, it's gonna be athletics. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
You're not gonna believe what I got.
What's that?
Natural one.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, with a 7, this sort of boar humanoid will swing an arm out through the hatch, and given that you just undone the hatch, you feel a large, meaty hand just sort of clamp down on your leg, and begin to start trying to like fight you towards it as it's using its other arm and its elbows to try to like wiggle out of this this porthole that you built. What would you like to do?
I think Jeremina kind of starts fighting like a bat. I think she just got her hands and feet in there, and she's like bashing down on it and flapping her wings like furiously, trying to catch air. And I mean, if she's taking taking the bower person with her, then she's taking the bower person with her.
Okay.
Um,
The boar person's middle section is putting up a fight coming through this hatch, and it is generating some drag for you as you fight.
Can we see this?
Yes, oh, for sure. This is in very plain view. Though, you, having watched this vehicle move and articulate, you know that at a moment's notice it could be, 100 feet a different direction. But in the meantime, it is about probably 40 feet from you.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. Marty is bringing the war machine as much alongside it as she possibly can.
Is Foundry open?
It is, yes. There's no battle map for this, though.
No, I know. I need access to the spell.
Oh, yeah. It is open. Okay. So, Marty, you're able to get the war machine. Are you trying to run parallel to it, I would assume?
Close as, because as you said, it's moving kind of erratically at this point. So, like she is currently like trying to get as close to it as possible without like putting them in immediate danger of getting crashed into.
Okay. At this point, Rhea is going to jump on one of the ballistas and will begin sort of winding its apparatus to either point at the creature or at the vessel itself.
No, I can't. I can cast Guiding Bolt. Great. What is the aim looking like?
It's pretty clear, and given how flat this thing is, there isn't much cover, except for the fact that it's only half out of this hatch, so it would technically have half cover, though I think Guiding Bolt is a save on its part, right?
Yeah, that's a...
Bolt is a ranged spell attack.
No, yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm
I always
at
get it
exact
mixed
range.
up with Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone does. It's okay. One of them is actually useful. That's how you remember.
That's a 25.
Damn.
25. That will hit. So, Jeremina, as you're fighting and kicking and doing your best to pull away from this creature's grip, you see a... How would you want to describe it, Siobhan?
So I would say in the midst of hell, it probably has this almost like ultraviolet feature to it because it's darker. While on the surface it would be brighter than the world around it, here it's darker than the world around it, so it shoots out and it like hits this boar, I would say probably in the shoulder, and it creates Lichtenberg style scars up and down it that end up giving it that like glow that ends up being after it when you hit it with Guiding Bolt.
Okay, cool. So you see this sort of dark flash just across your eyes as the Guiding Bolt strikes true, and you see in the aftermath of that short flash that the creature has recoiled and let go of your leg, sort of making grunting and umping noises as it attempts to recover from the wound. What would you like to do?
Fuck. That's a really good question.
If you have intents on destroying the war machine, you would know that the lance that was handed to you by Chuck and Club is explosive because it says so very clearly on it.
Oh,
Is this just... Oh my god. It's just a straight up missile.
no wonder they didn't let.
Yeah,
have
no
it
wonder
earlier.
they
Why does
wouldn't
it
let
say
you have it.
Patriot on the side?
Yeah, wait till they come out with the Sidewinder version that just the blades shoot out the side and chop everybody in half.
I think... I think the distance from the party has softened her. I think she's going to kind of fly back and brace herself against the ship and then like look at the creature struggling, and she is going to I think she's gonna cast command and command it to halt, or like calm down, that kind of thing, just like stop.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. With a 19 on the die, I'm going to and a +0 to its whiz. It hears you and sees you, and is just all the more enraged by your attempts to calm it. It is now about 3/4 of the way out of this hatch, and begins clamoring towards some of the other hatches to potentially open or whatever,
Fair.
help his buddies out. All right. With that in mind, is there anything else anybody would like to do?
You said it's 3/4 of the way out of the hatch, right?
Yeah, you could just tell that he's starting to angle himself to start like undoing the big wing nuts on some of the other parts of the platform that go up to sort of the central body of the machine.
Up until this point, like, obviously it grabbed Jeremina, but has it seemed outwardly, like, intentionally violent? Or just...
It seems very, very angry, but it doesn't necessarily have the correct accoutrement to have been as violent as would be required to harm people like you at this point, if that makes sense. So it's all unarmed combat, and you, given that your background, you can tell is not particularly adept at unarmed combat. But
if we give this thing some gold, maybe we can get some ender pearls out of it. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, Marty is going to hold back and just kind of see what he does, because it doesn't seem like he's necessarily hostile towards us, like, in the sense of, like, with Jeremina, that could have just easily been, devil, and, like, natural reaction after being locked in a cave, in, like, a coffin, which Marty wants to see what the fuck was up with that. Yes.
yes, Jeremy.
No, I mean, if you have an idea of what to do, go for it. If not, I know what I want to do next.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think Jermina's going to kick off of the boat, move to the hatch furthest away from the bowward, and is going to open it in a way that means she isn't the first thing they see, but I think she's opening the hatches with the bowward.
Okay. Cool. You land and do so. There's a moment of apprehension from the boar, and then he clambers towards the other hatch. Now, as this happens, I need you to make a athletics or acrobatics check, and I'll give you advantage because you have wings. The ship and the war machine, and Marty, this is important for what you've got going on as well, takes a very hard right turn, and as that hard right turn happens, Jeremy, you feel yourself get jostled, and it turns directly towards the Tower of Her, without losing much speed. And as this happens, go ahead and roll that check. See if
16.
16, yeah. So whether it be you're able to grab hold of one of the hatches, or get purchase, or just sort of propel yourself up and catch yourself with your wings and then land back once the ship is settled, you see the tusks, those two sort of upward facing tusks. You hear sort of a ticking sound, as though like a chain was being wound, and you see them go from sort of sticking up, they come down, so they are laying flat, so they're almost like punch daggers, and and it is now rocketing towards the Tower of Her.
We've got to get
Yeah.
over the
Here, I'm gonna keep the war machine pointed at it. Siobhan, can you get one of the big pointy shitty things? Aim at the wheels.
Siobhan is already rushing towards a ballista and taking aim.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna pew pew.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll to pew pew. I guess Rhea will as well, since she was getting lined up for that as well.
Is that just a range attack?
Yeah, it'll be plus your dex. And if you're And if you're proficient in crossbows, that would apply here. Rhea misses. You sort of, Jeremina, given you're aboard the craft, you sort of see a ballista bolt just sort of come overhead and sort of land ahead of the war machine, and then it just sort of like snaps it in two as it continues to ride along the surface of hell.
16 to hit.
16. That will make contact with the hull. Go ahead and roll me a d4. As well
One.
as two 2d6 damage.
Nine.
Okay. So, Jeremina, as you see, so as you're traveling along the surface of hell, you see the boar beginning to futz with this other hatch, and then a ballista bolt, and you just sort of see it go through this boar into the plate steel of the war machine, and it lets out a squealing howl as it sort of slaps and continues to try to articulate the hatch, and then it just sort of starts getting quieter and quieter and quieter. And yeah.
Siobhan just looks back at the ship and says, I got a hit!
On the wheel, right?
On the wheel, right?
I think Jeremina will move to a different hatch. I think she's definitely under the impression that these are like crewmen who are being sacrificed. Like, yeah, the ship is pointing towards the Tower of Erm. It's Mordenkainen. He can handle it. If he casts a 9th level fireball and kills Jeremina, that's what happens. So I think she's like committed to trying to get the Boermen off the ship.
Okay. Sweet. So you're making your way to the hatch that it was working on?
Yes.
Okay. As you flip that hatch open, inside you see another Boerman who had been sort of sitting there waiting for the hatch to fly open. And this one rockets out of the hatch and will also try to grapple you. And so athletics or acrobatics as it sort of climbs out, clambers out, and it is trying to pull and hold you to itself.
At least someone wants to hold Jeremina.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, that's a 10.
Hostage or not, sometimes it's nice to be held.
That is a 10. All right, so that is a push, which means player's favor. You're able to break and break free of the grapple, however you'd like.
So I think what happens is I think one part of Jeremina is I think she's at a very peculiar moment. I think there's a genuine like rush of excitement at someone putting their hands on her, aggressive or not. But she was a waitress in Luskin. Instincts take over. She kind of curls up into a ball, pushes her feet against the chest, and separates that way. Jesus,
Okay.
what the fuck is going on with this ship?
I don't know. You all have one more round before this thing careens into the side of the Tower of Erm. What would you like to do?
Marty, how drastic an action do I take here?
Very. Go nuts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Marty is
Okay.
going to
Wall to
ram
wall.
the war machine into the other war machine.
We have a missile. Has anybody used the javelin yet?
You have it.
You
You
have the
have it?
javelin.
Yeah, you were the one who took it
I
from
thought
Chuck and
Marty
Clonk.
had it.
No,
Marty
you
was the
took
one who-
it.
You took it from
No.
Chuck and Clonk, and then it was never exchanged.
Like, she held it for you, like, while you were flying, because you were holding her, but then she gave it back.
Oh. Can me and Marty take our actions simultaneously?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yes, you may.
I think I feel the shadow of the war machine. And I think there's a rush of pride, like it swells in Jeremina's chest. And I think she kind of reaches back to brace against the ship, feels the javelin against her back. Like, I think she was mid-speech, like, why the fuck is Marty crashing into the ship when she's got the... Oh, shit. Oh, your day is fucking over. And she's gonna look at the bow. She's gonna look at the bower, and she's going to say in Infernal, you know, I think she just says submit to Zariel, and she's going to lance the thing in the chest. Just fully chucks it right there in that pit.
All right, and then as that's occurring, Marty, you're bumping it essentially.
Yeah, she is, like, like, you know the scene from, like, The Dark Knight 2, where, like, or not The Dark Knight 2, The Dark Knight, in which Bruce Wayne just, like, floors his, like, sports car into the fucking people that are trying to kidnap Harvey Dent.
Yes.
That's what she's doing right now. She's just sort of like, fuck, going for it.
So, these two things happen in tandem. As they happen in tandem, there is a thrumming explosion that sort of comes up from the rear section of the middle of this vehicle. And as this sort of bump happens, these two pressures just sort of send the thing careening over itself. It sort of crashes, and the damage from the explosive just sort of peels the metal back to sort of expose the crew. You see oarmen, bodies, wreckage begin to sort of tumble out from the side. So, Mark, your character is seated beside the helmsman of one of Ragadraga's recon war machines. The task was simple. The leader of the war machine, the captain of the war machine, would create a strafing pattern along the Tower of Erm and utilize a machine that Ragadraga got special from Bell, a picture capture device to take in what is occurring in and around the area of the Tower of Erm. Now you know that should these types of missions go south, and you're likely here to operate this picture-taking device, or at least relay the images back through some sort of magical scroll or component that you have been provided. You know what these things go south. The captain has very clear orders to lower the explosive tusks and just charge the target. See if it can be done. See if a hole can be created for Ragadraga to put his warband through. You hear the helmsman speaking as he's relaying information, and you hear the click, click, click of the picture-taking device. Soon, in between those clicks, you hear the roar of a war machine engine that is not the engine behind you. And it is at that point that a war machine is upon the vehicle inside. And you see the helmsman, the captain, the leader of this mission, sort of hang his head. And there's sort of a solemn acknowledgement of what he has to do now. Because otherwise, if he were to go back to Ragadraga, having compromised the location of Ragadraga's warband, he'd be killed. So he begins to move the war machine into attack position, and it is at that point that the other crew people begin to freak out. They know what's coming and begin pounding on the inside of the gates or the hatches that were all sealed inside for this mission. It is at that point that 2 people down on your left, you hear the hatch open and then sort of a commotion. And then there is sort of additional commotion happening above you as sort of the farthest left crew member gets up. You hear thump, thump, sort of a volley of ballista fire as once again you see the one of the hatches getting articulated and opened, and the crew, the captain jumps out and attempts to wrangle whatever this interloper is, and then, whether by good fortune or bad, you hear the sound of an explosion, and that explosion and that point of impact send the vehicle up over itself. You feel your stomach turn, and then you're no longer in your seat. You're in the air. And fortunately for you, when you became in the air, you're actually quite low to the ground. You strike the ground and tumble over yourself and come to a rest as there's just like a clatter of wreckage and chaos around you.
I'm still inside though, right? Or no?
No, you're not. You've been ejected from the vehicle.
Fuck. Okay.
Now you're Peter Griffin death posing in the middle of hell is what's happening here.
At which point, we catch up to what is occurring. The vehicle has essentially disintegrated, hurling figures and crew member and just sort of about 200 yards out from the Tower of Erm. And you sort of see the front end of the vehicle and those tusks sort of turning and spinning attached to some wreckage, and then eventually they come sort of tips down, and there's like a massive explosion when those 2 explosives go off, and everything settles.
Well, it's a good thing that didn't hit the tower.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Mina!
Can we see
What?
Jeremina? Is she okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah, is Mina okay?
I was right there.
Jason, quick question.
Sure.
The companion.
Oh, would likely have
Gone?
been... No, would have likely been ejected next to you and sort of is in a crumpled mess. A crumpled mess that you could probably fix.
Interesting.
Okay, I will take one of the spell slots to fix,
Okay?
as we know how, and I will mount on and basically try to start riding away.
Where's Mina? Where is Mina?
Yeah, am I okay?
Yeah, everybody's fine.
Okay. Do we see?
I'm assuming you
Wherever
threw it from a distance, not like yeehawed it.
Oh, no, I yeehawed it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll the 6d6.
Oh no.
Oh.
I really appreciate the benefit of the doubt Jason gives me for being like, Jeremina would not be hot. No, I
Want me to roll it
established
for you?
Jeremina wasn't allowed to have the javelin before. This is why, because they were like, "Hey, show us how you throw it," and Jeremy was like, "Why would I throw it? If I hit it point on, I won't miss."
Sure. You want me to roll it for you, Fish?
Nope.
All right.
This is all me, baby.
Do it.
Oh,
Ooh.
17.
Okay, so
Not too bad.
you take 17 points of force damage, and then you take an additional 17 points of fire damage, which will be reduced for you because you're resistant.
Oh, what level are we?
6.
6.
Okay.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is
Okay.
great.
So at this point, Mark, you said you stood up and started trying to hustle.
Basically still wearing the oversized cloak. I bring my companion back and I'm riding it as fast as I can away from the tower and the wreckage, but I'm basically a fucking beacon in the desert.
Okay, so you all see a figure amidst the wreckage, sort of move and shuffle and get up on some sort of mount and begin traveling away.
Hey, we got someone still alive.
Can I try and cast command? Use my last spell slot to cast command.
You certainly may.
Alright, let's go.
Are you targeting the figure or the mount?
I was gonna say that's a question.
I'm targeting Mark's character
Okay.
All right.
to be like, you better stop.
Okay. What am I rolling?
DC 15 wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Wait. Why is that a thing? Oh. Wait. Jason, is the left side the saving throw and the right side the proficient?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Right side is saving through, left side is regular proficiency. On Foundry?
Yeah.
Yeah, right side is saving. Left side is normal.
Oh, I remember. I know why I have a proficiency bonus on that. Okay. It's gonna be a 21.
Ah, jeez. He does not, in fact, stop.
He's gonna feel it, and you're just gonna see a middle finger come up as he's riding away.
Cam, Marty. Okay, so this mount that this person is riding,
Sure.
what kind of thing is it? Does it look organic? Does it look mechanical?
It looks organic for sure.
Okay.
You can
Marty
tell.
would like. Cool. Does it have truck nuts? Excuse me?
No.
What
You
do
can
you mean you can
see
tell?
muscle.
Oh, okay. Marty is going to take out her big ass crossbow and fire at this thing. See if she can take down the mount.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Oh yeah, I would load up another ballista just in case.
Alright.
She'll nod.
Do I get a bonus action as well?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. She is going to take a deep breath and branding smite on top of this.
Oh. By the way, Jason, what's the HP? Would it, because I did that, would it come back with full?
It would be. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I used the
would.
spell, so full.
Yeah, then it would be full.
Okay.
That-
Another number.
18 on the die, so that is
Oh, yeah.
a total of
Oh, yeah.
26.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So that is I should have brought up what branding smite does ahead of time. So I need a 1d10 for regular damage.
Jesus.
Okay, that was a 1 plus, so 6, and then branding smite 5e.
I brought it up from on Foundry for everyone to see.
Oh, I'm not in Foundry. Sorry. I should probably get in Foundry. That would be
2d6 radiant damage.
cool. Okay, so that is another 7 on top of that. So 6,
Uh,
7, 13.
Hold on. There's not a thing about undead, right? No. Okay. Much?
13 points of damage.
It looks fucking hurt more than it did when you first saw it, but it's limping. It's
Uh,
limping away still.
Cool. Marty will use her second attack.
There it is.
Fuck. Hit it. Do it.
I don't know if it's gonna hit.
You never know.
6 on the die plus 8 for a total of 14.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
You hit
interesting.
it. You hit it.
That is 7 plus 5 for a total of 12.
Oh yeah. You basically like chopped the fucking thing in half, and my character goes head over heels.
For the second time.
How? Sorry, go on. Finish your turn.
Oh, so what happens is Marty takes a first shot. She overpowers the repeater and fires a first shot, which is just like absolutely blinding. And then second shot, and then from sort of where that before the thing can even recover from stumbling, there's a second shot that just like fucking cuts through one of its legs. And that is Marty's turn.
Right. How far away is the guy from where Jeremina was left in a Family Guy death pose?
About 60 feet, I think, at this point.
Yeah, has a 40 foot.
Yeah.
Jeremina will gather herself. She will dash, and I think keeping very, very low and fast to the ground. I mean, just catch up with all of her movement. And I think she'll. I mean, she's at like a little bit over half health. But she is still new to the wings, so I think like when the horse goes down, it blinding light like gets her, and she kind of careens off to the side and almost like burrows into the ground. She'll gather herself again, and I don't know, she's gonna use her bonus action to give Marty a thumbs up on the shot.
There's a small thumbs up in the distance in return.
As you get closer, how close are you now?
I'm with you. Like, I'm there.
Okay, you realize it is not a horse that he was on, but a dismembered, manged-looking dog. And you notice that as you get closer, he is not as tall as you probably thought from the. He is very small with a oversized jacket on, with a hood, and basically just looks like it's not fitting him at all.
Girl, please tell me you're not a kid.
I want to look up height, but I know what I'm.
God,
Okay.
if this is a fucking kid, and
He's going to basically rip the hood off and everything, and you're gonna see what looks to be almost a manged halfling man. He has black hair, but the hair is very much like burnt, and you see like patches of hair missing, and scraggly beard. And he's basically wearing what looks to be Mad Max Apocalypse style gear, like shoddy leather. He has a like a burnt leather pouch on him, like a messenger bag, and he does have the goggles. He has to have the goggles. And he's going to look at you, and he goes, "What the fuck you mean? I am not a fucking child. You just killed the only thing that I've been able to get around on." Are you going to kill me, or can I leave?
oh, no, oh my god, you can't do either. I'm keeping you.
No. This is not a
Yeah.
thing. No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're gonna submit, buddy.
He
I
casts
fucked up your whole
firebolt.
crew. I don't give a shit.
He casts firebolt.
Do it, motherfucker. I've got fire resistance. Do you know what red means? It means fire resistant. Hit me. Hit me with the firebolt. Jermina's gonna make it easy. She wants to get hit.
It's a 10, but if you're walking into it, then
No, let him. She will walk into it.
8 points of damage.
4. She takes 4. She's at 20. She looks at him. She goes, "You want my buddies to catch up? You want my buddies to catch up and see them flinging firebolts at me like that's gonna fucking do anything? Piece of shit. Oh my god, I am rolling to go. I haven't seen blood in a week.
He
I
steps.
haven't had my period in 6 years. You think you're gonna fuck with me today?"
God.
He's gonna start backing up, but he's gonna go into his bag and grab a book, and he's gonna start like quickly looking while watching her as he backs up.
Oh my god. Little Poindexter over here looking at his cracking his open his little book. If you take the Pythagoras theorem, fucking piece of shit. Look at you. Couldn't even suicide run that fucking tower. The tower's stagnant. You couldn't fucking hit a piece of shit. Marty!
Yeah.
Siobhan's gonna be standing there on the ship, and she's gonna go, I feel like I've gotten burned somehow.
God, I am pant up. Can hit me again? Come on, throw another firebolt. Hit me with something stronger. You got a little book? Are you a little wizard? Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Jermina, are you okay?
I sadly haven't figured out how I choose spells yet. That's the part that sucks.
Jermina. Oh,
She puts a
she's
thumbs
fine.
up in the air.
It looks like she's
Marty
fine.
is driving over, if she can even do that.
Yep, without issue.
Oh, damn.
Hold
So,
on,
like, we
I
took,
have
like,
an
no
answer.
damage? We were just, like, a fucking, like, 1970s, like, Chevrolet. We took no damage.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, this was like the equivalent of a World War II fighter plane going against like a World War I fighter plane. One of them is made of paper and wood. The other one has like a 30 caliber like tank cannon in the front of it. Like,
Cool.
very
So-
different.
So he's going to cast a spell. And you're going to see another image of him pop up next to him. And he's gonna look at it and go, "What the fuck?" And he starts going through his book again.
Oh my god.
And
Do you
the
not
image
Oh, I
disappears.
know what this
Man.
character is.
So that's his turn, but he's still backing up.
Oh my god. Are you like stupid?
I love
Marty
it.
will pull up next to the group.
Yo, he's kind of stupid. He got himself a little wizard foot. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Wait, does he not even know how to use it?
No, he just look at him. There's 2 of him.
Oh my god,
this
there's
is
2 of
so-
them.
Let me know when it's his
Ew.
turn again.
Oh,
my
no,
god.
I'm
We're freeballing.
we're out of
Okay.
turns now.
He
Y'all
casts
just
he
pop
casts
up.
another spell at Jermina again. Make a wisdom saving throw. I figured it out. I'm just dice rolling everything until I hit it multiple times and start.
19.
Fuck!
Jermina is immune.
Nope. Okay. You feel like almost a sense of laughing gas like fill your lungs, and you basically just blow it out of your mouth like it's nothing.
Did you try to hit me with Tasha's hideous laughter?
I
A
don't know.
cantrip?
And he'll keep backing up and get his book.
Oh,
Hey, what's your name?
EV3, pick him up.
I'm getting one more spell in before that motherfucker shows up. One more spell and that's it. I'm done.
Oh no.
Okay.
Imagine you're a halfling and you see a fucking 7-foot robot.
Okay.
6'9", excuse you.
All right. Last spell. This is literally his first level spell slots. I need d8s. Hold on.
Oh my god, you got little
He starts casting another
spells.
spell.
My wife's on
3,
her way to pick
10,
you up and take you home with us.
16, 17, 20. How many hit points do you have? How many
20.
hit
Who are you
points do you
asking?
have?
20.
The
What do you
second,
hit me with?
the second
Sleep,
you
man.
start, the second you're like, you're coming home with us, you fall over and your face hits the sand. It's finally, and he starts running again.
What did I
Oh,
get hit with?
sleep. It was
Sleep.
sleep.
You got it with sleep.
So you take off running. How fast are you?
25.
Marty, how fast is EV3?
35.
And that's all his first level spell slots too. It's a
Eventually,
decent chase, okay?
sure, but eventually
We're
EV3.
just watching this bright yellow, like, because he was hit with radiant damage that makes him glow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's
lied. It's
true.
40 feet. 40 feet. 40 feet.
So he's 40 feet, so we're just watching this little glowing man be chased across the waves. I'm picturing this from like a
Oh
spectator's
fuck, that's
point of
right.
view.
He's lit up like a fucking like a
Christmas tree.
spectral
Yeah, yeah,
arrow.
yeah. Well,
He doesn't even know.
Eventually, you will be set upon by a 6'9" metallic thing. Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, I rolled a d12 by accident. Ooh,
No, it counts.
that's
no,
an
it counts.
18.
Okay. In your time dealing with Ragadraga and Ragadraga's Draga crew,
you're kidding me.
you would sort of recognize the shape and or style of what you're seeing looming over you, attempting to assist you. Upward inflection means question. It looks very similar to when Bell would pay visits to Ragadraga. He would come flanked with two things that looked very similar to this.
Okay.
And now it grabs you.
Fucker.
Squeaky noise.
So that would be, if you want to contest, that would be
Yep.
acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
And that would be a athletics from EV3.
Cool.
This is great.
I'm scared.
I
Maybe
just
he
want-
won't be a twink though.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been rolling for those spell slots, and I was like, please let me get sleep. This would be just great for Jeremina right now.
Best sleep she's gotten in a week.
That is a 27.
Oh, fuck, 13.
Like a cat.
And I ripped off. Damn, I ripped off the oversized thing too. He literally just stares at the thing. And go, really? That's what we're doing. Wouldn't have just picked me up normally.
I assume EV3 will start walking back at this point.
Yes, it will.
Siobhan is going to have hopped off the ship and gone to like check Jermina's pulse as soon as she hit the fucking floor. She's fucking snork me-meing on the floor of hell. Okay. Oh, it's just a sleep apnea. She's fine.
Cool. Yeah, she deserves some sleep.
That's great.
Once EV3 returns with their new friend, EV3 will lower him until he is eye level with Marty, which is basically he's almost touching the floor again, but he might try to like run, but like his little feet are like dangling in
Scraping
the
the
He
air.
floor of
tries.
this
He does
pit.
try because he can feel
Uh-huh.
it, and he just looks and goes, "Really? This is what we're going to do? You
Yes.
realize I can't get far. You killed my mount."
Yes, I did. Hi, I'm Marty. Who the fuck are you?
Hi, I'm pissed.
Hi, Pissed. It's nice to meet you. So,
Yes.
Pissed,
Mhm.
what were you and your pals doing back there?
Driving. Did you not see?
I mean, we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you work for?
A great big asshole, honestly. I could probably say that, right?
Could be anyone.
Mm.
Okay, we've dealt with big assholes before. Actually, hold it.
One of them looks to be sleeping right there.
Marty will reach into her bag, and pull out. Will start rummaging through it and pull out a soul coin, that features a three-eyed orc with giant-ass tusks, and say, "Oh wait, shit! Are you from Bragadraga's crew?"
Why, do you have a problem with him?
Who are you, cops?
You legally have to tell me if you're cops.
It's a thing.
It's in the Infernal Constitution.
To me. What if it actually is? That'd be kind of funny.
Why, do you have a problem with this dragon thing?
Not necessarily.
Oh, good.
Will he have an issue with you if you come back?
One could say, yes.
So you do work for him,
I didn't say that.
but he would be very pissed if you came back.
Wouldn't anyone be?
It depends.
Stop
There's-
backtracking. We're holding you like a wet cat on the deck of our ship.
Hmm.
He's gonna try to
Anyway.
look at Savan. I won't deal with it.
Uh.
Are you gonna get your friend before they sleep? Before they swallow more sand?
No, we moved her so she was
no,
in a.
Siobhan's laid her down on her side, so she's
Okay.
like.
No, we're
She
making
is-
sure she's okay.
He is very cranky.
She's been through it. She's been going through it.
She's never not going through it.
Can
Siobhan is
you-
carrying Jeremina up in like a fireman's carriage,
Can
getting her back onto the
Can
ship.
you let me go so I don't become her pet or whatever? I really don't want that.
She wants you as a pet?
That's what she said. No, not happening.
Well, listen, usually I'd be like, okay, clearly this guy isn't gonna cause us too much trouble. Like, we can just let him go, like, into the waste and see what happens to him.
I like that
But,
idea.
But, unfortunately, if Mina is like, listen, as mentioned, she's been going through it. If I
So
just,
you're
like,
going
let-
to give me to her as a pet?
We're not going
Well,
to give you to her.
just like how you were saying that Bragadraga would be pissed if you come back to
I
him.
Didn't say that, but
Yes, you did. She would be pissed at me for letting you go do that. And
say I escaped. It's fine.
as we all saw, you had you could not do that.
Is the little companion visible on him anywhere?
Look at what companion?
The photo taker.
Oh.
The actual Magitech item is likely scattered amongst the wreckage somewhere. It was part of the vessel.
Okay.
Are you checking like his stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, he has 4 wizard books. And with knowing magic, or it's written all the same. Like it's every spell written the same. One of them is a red leather book. The second one is has a personal rune on a umber cover. And the third one is a scaly black reptile hide. And the fourth one is more of a something you would see in like a high court area. It has an opal in the center, and it has runes like scattered around it. It more looks like decorative runes than actually a spell. It literally means shit. Like, literally the lettering is like A, D, C, B, A, but if you look at it in a non-magical way, it looks really pretty. And the one that he was mostly holding, like if when you guys like saw from a distance, you could see the shine of the opal. That was the one he was using. And anything past that, really didn't have much inventory on him.
Siobhan's gonna look through the books and she's gonna just be like, where did you get this last one? This one would make my sister absolutely lose her shit laughing.
Which one?
This one, the pretty one, that is basically like an airhead of a tome.
Oh, it was a gift.
I don't believe you. What's your name?
Pissed?
Pissed? Okay,
Mhm.
clearly you're taking it. We're gonna give you, two options. We can either loot you, and then let
That
you
took a
go.
second.
Hmm?
That took a second. That was good.
No problem. We can either loot you, then let you go, or we can let you meet Mordenkainen.
Who's that?
Vassal. Oh, you're gonna love him. Just wait until he tells you about spheres.
Oh,
Like
he's
circle
the one to
things?
tell people about fear.
Oh, he loves talking about spheres. You're gonna
I will
love it.
meet this mortician as long as I'm not her pet. Pointing to Jeremina sleeping on the top.
Jermina's like full starfished out.
If you
Much-
keep her from trying to make me a pet, I will go see the mortician.
You will learn within the next 30 minutes that there's not a soul alive that can stop this lady from doing whatever the hell she wants to do.
You have a similar flashback to when Belle visited and was flanked by the two sort of automaton like beings, and then you have a similar flashback to when Raga Draga met Princeps Kovic, and the pets that he had. You're going to guess that's probably not the same kind of pet, but better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, can I see that book? I'll go to the mortician. Can I see the book real quick?
No,
I just wanted to make a note.
no.
No.
I'm not going to use it. I just wanted to make a note.
That's nice.
What is the note you would like to make? I will make
Yeah,
it in my notebook.
I have parchment and a pen.
Well, I can't use the spells anymore. I lost them all.
Oh, Rosie's told me about people like you. Okay, that's cool. I'm still keeping them though.
Can I get down now?
No.
I'll just sit there quietly. We'll hang there quietly.
Just hang there quietly. Just like
We start to drive back, and as we do so, he is kind of just like moving
Swing,
around
like-
like one of the like things that hangs from a rearview mirror.
review me. Siobhan is gonna like gently, and like every single time she like gently taps Jermina's face, she's like backing up because she knows that Jeremina wakes up violently.
Well, it does say if you slap the sleeper or shake them, it does wake them up.
No, but Jeremina wakes up violently, so Siobhan's like,
Oh, so barely in action.
yeah.
Object interaction. Her cheek.
Yeah, I think Jeremina is a deceptively light sleeper. And I think she does startle awake. And the first thing she does is like go for Siobhan's legs, like instantly lashes out, tries to grab and pull at the ankles, and then she kind of goes,
Jesus. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, yeah, this is more the vibe.
holy shit, what happened? Oh my god, guys, I had this. Oh,
He's right there.
Hi,
Maybe
Sleepy.
caught him.
As he's like being swung about.
hi, sweetheart.
Shit. Give me the book.
Hey, honey.
Give me the book. Give me the book.
No.
What are
Fuck.
you doing?
Just hanging.
Yeah, you,
I like this one. Can we keep him?
No.
oh, so
like-
wait, hey, what, real quick, can you do that again?
No, because they took my books.
Oh my god, give him the book back.
We're
I
not
forgot
giving
how
him
to
the book
sleep.
back.
I
Definitely
ran
give
out
me
of
the book back.
Ambien.
You can definitely give me
We're
the
not
book back.
I
Jeremy,
haven't
we will
slept
give.
in a week.
Jeremy,
Well,
you
then-
didn't sleep at all while we were gone?
I told you I ran out of Ambien. What am I supposed to do?
Oh my god. I will. Oh my god.
Shit.
Let's ask Mordenkainen to either cast sleep on you or
I
to
can
make
help.
more.
I can help.
If you order Ambien, maybe he can make that part of the giant fucking.
Well, they don't. They're not gonna order an Ambien for me. They want me to get a prescription.
In
We're in hell.
You have to get a prescription.
We're in hell now.
Yeah.
It's an
No,
after
you're-
seat
So I have to
specialist.
get a prescription.
Oh yeah, you have to get a prescription in hell.
I have to go to a doctor and get a prescription, and then I have to make sure my insurance takes it.
Has to go. Jeremy has to go to HV.
Yeah. I gotta get a card. I have to wait for my card. But can I just give him the book? He's
Yeah,
Yeah,
already
just give me the
gonna
book. It's fine.
You're not giving him the books.
We'll give him the book once we get home. And can, like,
do-
have him
Our
around other
house
people
is
that can watch
right
him.
There.
30 seconds
Weird.
later.
Cool. So you can wait 30 seconds.
Hi, my name's Jeremina.
Hi.
Are you still pissed?
I'm kind of just hanging here now. It's not like I can go anywhere. I can't reach the damn hatch.
He said
So
his name
where-
was pissed, so he's hanging now.
Jermina's going to sit down on the ground by him where he's hanging,
God damn it.
stretch out her legs.
Hi.
Hi. We're the Divine Comedy. We're an adventuring group out of Baldur's Gate.
You're hilarious.
I'm Jeremina. This is Siobhan. This is Siobhan's friend Rhea, and also our friend. This is Lulu. Lulu, say hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
you. Yeah, right. She's incredible.
The fuck did you get one of those?
We
Painful
love her.
territory.
Ding?
We cherish her and we love her every single day. Do you like her little outfit? What do you think of the little outfits my wife and husband and Lulu are in?
Wait, what?
I'm married to the robot holding you.
Who's still dressed up in like fucking vest and bow tie.
Be really good attachment. They look good.
What do you mean?
They look good.
Siobhan's
What?
gonna lean down next to Jeremy and be like, "Remember when I told you about the strap?"
I
That's-
love EV-3 for more than her body.
Mm-hmm. He's going to, like, not so subtly just look Jeremy up and down, go, yeah, I get it. Can I get, can,
What? What do you mean?
can I
What do you
get
mean?
let
What do
go
you
now?
think? No, what? You just looked me up and down. Did you like what you saw? Do you think I'm pretty? Do you think I'm hot? Do you think I'm beautiful?
I
What did
think you
like most?
could
Did
kill me
trouble?
with
Did
your
you
thighs,
trouble?
but that's about it. Oh, y'all motherfuckers, I've been in dormant for months.
Give him his foot.
Been
No.
dormant for months,
Okay,
motherfucker. I'm back.
We've gotten.
Look,
I'm not
We're at the
my
tower.
book.
We're going to have Morgan kind of go over it, see what kind of shit's in here.
deserves
And-
his book. He said my thighs were nice.
Yes, you have amazing thighs, Jeremina.
Oh, Marty, quit it. We can't start up nothing. You're my mother-in-law.
You all have a weird relationship.
Oh, yeah.
This is
It's,
nothing.
What?
There's a
no,
bunch of
it's way
psychosexual
weirder.
stuff happening here.
Ah, probably shouldn't have mentioned the thighs then, huh?
I just feel like my thighs aren't the best part of me. I spent a lot of money on my boobs. Nobody talks about them.
Because they're in your face. Anyways,
Oh my god.
we're here. Can you put me
Mark,
down now?
Mark, where have you been?
EV3 will raise you up slightly.
Thank you.
To be face level with this.
No, EV3, you did not have designation from him yet.
You would understand that it was an inferred command, likely from Jeremina.
Yeah, you
Nobody
know,
ever mentions
fair,
them.
fair.
I think the robot was just trying to be a good spouse.
EV-3 loves to show me off.
It
Mhm.
isn't.
Don't
It
kill
doesn't
me.
have. It isn't a conscious being. It
It
is.
loves me. She loves me.
As
She's
the
so
I'm getting off the war machine now. We have been
As-
apart for 5 minutes.
Yes.
We're going.
as the war machine rolls in, comes to a stop, or you flee overboard at the discussion at hand. Chukka and Clog are standing just inside the wall and holding parts to a very similar lance than this is the one you just disintegrated this vessel with, and they're literally they have their mouths open and are just making like bow 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 bow, like replicating the boom sound that they heard when you set the thing off, and just kind of like shaking the parts in happiness.
So you
They
guys
seem-
enjoyed the light show?
Boom.
Nice.
Mhm.
We got something. She motions to piss.
It's our little gal.
He's just flipping him off, just like.
One will pick up the infernal equivalent of a tire iron and will tap it on its hand, but say nothing else.
He'll look at Jeremina and then look at Marty and go, "Be a blessing."
Aww. How sweet.
He likes us.
All
I
right.
like this guy as if
Oh,
we can't
you're-
put him to death, stabilize him, wait, do it again.
I do actually have Spare the Dying on tap. I can cast that without
Why?
issue.
What? You were kidnapping me.
You're the one who tried to blow our house up.
No, I didn't.
You were
Yeah.
I saw you roll out of the ship.
Yeah, I got
You weren't-
launched when our ship got thrown. I got thrown out.
All right. If you weren't trying to destroy our house, what were you trying to do then?
I don't know. Was told to take this thing and make images. I don't know.
Make
Like take
images?
images?
Like paintings instant. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like
like image
photography. It's a
maker.
thing of Lantern.
Lantern and their photos
And there's a
and their
rule
sex
that
cult.
if we're gonna crash, we need to crash into something, or for whatever we're going after, there's a hole for him. And I'm not
Interesting.
disclaiming who I work for, or did.
Ragadraga, as we have discerned.
No idea.
Right. The employer formerly known as Braga Draga. And
Can I get
that's
put
us.
down now?
No.
I'm kind of getting sick.
We walk him into the tower.
Okay.
EV3,
Still
could you
swinging.
go ahead and carry him baby style instead?
EV3 will carefully remove one side of the vest. Will switch hands, remove the other side of the vest, and then will tightly wrap you in the vest.
Basically
Germino
swaddling him.
Yes,
Yes.
visibly
totally.
flinches. I mean, like, actually, like, cringes.
Oh, no, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Like, don't swaddle him.
That's wool.
Oh God, it's
Ooh.
Just put me down. I'm
His
in your
hair
cage
got
area.
all
I can't
over.
go anywhere. You have my
His hair-
books.
We do have your books.
Let's get him in the tower first.
Yeah, we'll put you down once we're in the tower, okay?
All right.
I like it. There's air conditioning.
Oh, that's better.
And that is true. You pass through the opening, the precipice of the Tower of into its large, cylindrical interior that sort of rises magically higher than the tower seems as though it may be. You see a large floating spear in the upper echelons of the tower, surrounded by what looks to be a gangplank of some kind. You see all of the fixings of Mordenkainen's tower, to include the Modrons, his various arcane study areas. All of this is in disrepair, somewhat dirty, and covered in sort of weird decorations slash potentially magical charms, depending on your if you're proficient in Arcana. You may recognize some of them. And there, standing in the center of the room, is Mordenkainen, who has drawn several circles inside of circles and is sort of talking at the Lady of the Brambles about spheres.
Circle.
Does my guy know Lady of the Brambles, or only Belle?
He would know of the Lady of the Brambles, but I don't think he would recognize her in her current outfit, which is not looking anything like a terrifying soul harvesting hag creature.
Oh, that's right. She got dressed up for date night.
Yep.
So he's
She's
just still
in her
hanging
date
there.
night outfit. Yeah, but now he's in like a little cocoon.
I thought he was unswaddled.
No,
Okay.
they had EV3 unswaddled.
Yeah, he has been unswaddled by Jeremy at his request, and is now just sort of hanging there still.
Okay, we're in the nice AC. Can you put me down now?
Oh, I guess that's what we said. EV3.
Drops you.
He'll do like little
Keep
jumping things.
your arm on him.
Seriously, you have my books. I have nothing.
Come on. Let EV-3 hold me. I'm getting jealous.
Yeah, let hold the wife.
Fine, EV3, you can let go of him all the way.
He will step away to the other side of the room, like across, not to get in the way of those Mordecai.
Yeah. Be aware that if you had done anything stupid, I have seen EV3 rip someone's arm off before.
Cool.
Just in case you think about
Using my
leaving.
books?
And using your books, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Let me grab one.
No.
I love this guy.
The joke.
And because Siobhan has like wrapped them in like one of her little wraps from her fists, and it's just like.
Yeah.
Just flips off Savon.
The Divine Comedy takes race sensitivity courses.
He'll climb into one of the chairs that's around and just sit there and just
So,
So, buddy.
Mordenkainen.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, we got a little guy.
Um. Oh. Okay. The-
Hi, fucko.
Very rude.
He's quite rude.
mhm.
I was kidnapped.
He came out of the war machine that was trying to
Ram into and explode the tower for
and also
Raga Draga
spy on,
purposes.
I think.
I wasn't driving.
Excuse me. He'll give you guys a excuse me, and then we'll like extend it over to the Lady of the Brambles, and we'll go over to a Modron and start like speaking to it emphatically. He seems to be giving instructions of some kind.
So, Lady of the Brambles and Mordenkainen have a thing. Mordenkainen isn't as into her as she's into him.
He's just not into you.
Wait, that's the Lady of the
Leighton-
Brambles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a looker. Oh, I love her other form, though.
That's definitely not how I heard she was.
She's smoking.
Gilf.
Leighton is Mordenkainen's, like, secretary. I don't think they have a thing going on. But if you ask any of the Modrons, they're seeking the Great Order. So, I don't really know what's going on there.
Noted.
Noted.
Obviously.
Fuck, let me see if I'm trying to think of any other, the KQ guys, they're cool. I
Yes.
can't really get rumors dredged up about them. They're kind of impenetrable to it.
I'm gonna look at Jeremy like, can I get like a paper?
A chart?
No, paper.
Yeah, here you go, buddy.
Can I know I can't have my books. Can I have my ink and pen?
I'm fine with this.
He's looking at Savon.
Siobhan?
Somebody give him graphite.
No, I want my
sure.
ink.
No.
I?
Because I don't trust you.
It's
Here,
my ink. I got it. Can I just have it?
I'm aware it's yours.
Okay, I'm not asking for my book.
I know you're not. She like looks around the desk. Is there like a graphite piece available
Yeah.
or charcoal?
Yeah, there'd be all manner of writing implements in various cups on various surfaces.
He gets a graphite pen. Basically like a mechanical pencil.
God damn
I
it.
feel like Mordenkainen would have a mechanical pencil.
Probably.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely. He was very proud of that purchase.
He's given a mechanical pencil.
There's that. And why can't I have my pencil? My own
That is a
ink.
pencil.
My own ink.
I know spellcasters.
Okay, I don't.
Why do you want your ink? What do you want to write?
On the paper?
What do you want to write on the paper?
I don't know. We're waiting for this guy to talk to his little drone. So I was
Then why
just-
doesn't that write?
'Cause if I can't have my books, can I at least have mine?
Can you give him the pen and not the ink?
Nope, I want the ink.
Come on, just give him his things. I think we're taking this a little too far. Between the dangling, the taking his stuff from him. I mean, even if he had his books, and even if he could use them, I can beat his ass over to the next layer.
I mean-
We really don't need to be doing all this to him. So
Yeah.
what if
But-
he casts fireball? We kill him.
All right.
We're torturing
And
him.
Siobhan's gonna give him the pen and ink.
Thank you. He'll start writing.
Well, don't think her, think me.
Thank you. But you have a
Mm-hmm.
wife, husband, robot.
I've also got an ex-husband. I've got a few ex-girlfriends. I've got 2 kids.
Handful.
Not really. One of them's dead.
Okay. God damn it.
As this happens, Mordenkainen pops up from speaking with his drone and will say, "I've put the Modrons on alert to keep an eye out for Rag and Draga's warband. Should we see any more encroachments, we'll either ride out to meet them or teleport the tower elsewhere. Or else when. Well, with this being said, perhaps it's, what do you eat, friend?"
Talking to me.
Yep.
God, it's been a while since I've been asked that. Probably normal food for once.
Wonderful. We will make that happen, and we will have a fine dinner. And then everybody needs to listen to what I have to say about spheres.
Sounds
But
good,
we
Mortician.
listened to you
We've
earlier.
We heard what you had to say about spheres earlier.
We know about the atoms and ions and the neutral charges.
What the f***?
We know enough about magnets at this point. And magnetism.
Except how the fuck they work.
No, don't say
My
that
guy-
because then he's going to explain it.
My guy's gonna sit up and go, "You know, Mortician, I've not heard any of this. I would love to hear it right now."
No, you son of a bitch.
Excellent.
Fucking damn it.
Excellent. The Modrons will prepare dinner, and I will explain to you how this order can place us in, and that is where we're going to leave it for the
I hope
evening.
you're proud of yourself.
Oh my god.
And
It's a
we
shit
will
eating
pick-
grin.
we will pick back up next week with hopefully some more introductions, maybe some small talk about where everybody has been and what has happened over dinner. After which it's so obviously it's not going to matter for next session, but after which, at the conclusion of said dinner, the party will rise to level 7.
Hey,
Yo!
So
let's go.
Woo!
and at that point, we'll have some more fun. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Woohoo.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.